Hello guys, I wanted to make a new video about something very interesting that I have been creating over the past few days. Well, it all starts off with TradingView. I made a strategy on TradingView that seems pretty profitable and it's been making me money, but I always have this thing in the back of my mind that says, how could I make this better? Or what could I do to make this strategy more effective? And well, the first thing that came to mind is optimizing stop loss and take profit positions. Usually when you go in for a long and you close out for your long entry, you usually want a stop loss, and it's usually between 1 to 3%. And for the take profit, it varies. Every stock has their different preferences. Like let's say Netflix would be an 8% take profit, and maybe Apple would be a 4% take profit. Well, these things always come to mind for a trader, and what I'm trying to say is that I wanted to go ahead and optimize this trading strategy, but I wanted to do it with automation, because when I go to my strategy tester down here, it shows me my net profit is 492% net profit with an 82% profitability for each trade, which is very good. I mean, you could just trade it exactly like this, and when you look at the chart, you see the buy and sells are super perfect. Like, you could make money exactly with this strategy, but if I wanted to make it better, I could go ahead and add my stop loss. Like, if I wanted to add just a stop loss, it will change the value. So let me start at a stop loss at 1. If I had a stop loss at 1%, I wouldn't be making any money. I'd actually be at a 34% loss on my net profit. If I change it to 2%, I'd make a little bit of money. I could change it to 3, which is even better. I get 92% net profit. 4, it gets a little worse. 5, it gets worse. 6, it gets a little better. And 7 gets good as well. Well, I went through 7 different percentages, and I don't even remember the first percent, how much profit I was going to make, or on the 4th one, or any of them. I kind of lost my profit percentages, and that's normal for a human. We don't remember things, especially when there's this whole bunch of numbers, is one after the other. So in Python, I created a library for y'all to use, and well, for me to use as well. This library actually, it keeps track of every percent from, let's say you put your max stop loss at 20%. So what the robot is going to do, it's going to go ahead and save the value for 1%, for 2%, for 3%, 4%, all the way to 20%. And then once it finds all those values, it's going to actually go ahead and give you the max profit for that stop loss. And let me go ahead and show you. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at 7 the way it is. Every time you use this program, I want you to remember to click Control Save every time you do an update. So like right now, I click this, I click OK, and then I click Control Save, because if I don't, it says it auto saves every 5 minutes. So I want to make sure that my program's working correctly, and it has me on the 1-hour chart, and it also has the stop loss button clicked for this to work. So I'm going to go ahead and close this and show you a live example of what I'm trying to do here. So we're doing the stop loss. This is the file for the stop loss. I won't get into the actual file yet, but I'll show you how to use it. So I go to stop loss linear. I click run. It's going to start running right away. So what you're going to see is a website pull up, and on this website you're going to see the robot is clicking and changing the numbers there. He put 3, he put 4, and you'll see the values back here, the profit for each one. So it's going to go through. I have it set at 20, max 20 stop loss right now. I'm going to let it run all the way. And in the background, you can see that storing every percentage. So we got the 15%, we got that much net profit, and it just gets higher and higher. And then what it's going to do at the end of 20, it's going to go ahead and spit back the results. So it shows here the results. The best take profit would be at 16%. And actually, it should say stop loss. I should fix that. I'll fix it in a little bit, but it's going to be max stop loss at 16%. The most profit is going to give you 493%. And the profitability is 83%. The max drawdown is 19%. So it looks like around 20% max on the 1 hour. So let's go ahead and take a look at the TradingView strategy one more time. So if I go to the TradingView strategy, you could see that it went through 1 to 20, and it found 16 to be the best. So it actually just put back the number 16 in there because it says, hey, that's the best one that you should use. If I were to disable it, just know that right now we have 83% profitability with that much net profit. The profitability is a little lower by 1%, and the profit is around the same. So that's not a huge difference. But let's say if you needed a stop loss, or you just wanted to see what was the best stop loss you might put for a strategy like this, this is very convenient. As well, if you want to run it for just to take profit, let's say maybe you just want to use the take profit to see where you want to get out in the strategy. And this one, I ran it earlier and it told me that 8% was the best take profit for me if I wanted to use the strategy and get out at a take profit percentage. So just know that I actually entered this trade right here the other day, and I got out exactly at that take profit area, which is awesome. But this is why I chose this stock here. It's Netflix, because I was pretty excited to see that, like, wow, my strategy does work. Like, you buy and then you could sell at the take profit, and you could buy here and then it hits the 8% one more time. And then you buy here, another take profit. You buy there, you hit your take profit. You buy here, you might not hit the take profit, but you get a good close and a good profit for that. And these percentages are awesome. So like, let me go ahead and show you how much money I've made off that trade the other day. Oh, well, yeah, I made an 8% profit, right? So yeah, I went ahead and made an 8% profit on that one trade, and it didn't last that long. So I was in there for a few days. And where I want to go with this is I actually, I haven't got to it yet, but soon enough, I made a strategy for this, a script for this. I made a script for that one, but I want to make a script for enable both. And how that one's going to work, it's going to input random numbers on the stop loss and input random numbers on the take profit. So every time the script runs, let's say the first time around, it's going to loop and it's going to say stop loss 2. The computer is going to put a random number like 2, and then it's going to put like a random number for the take profit at 7, and then it'll calculate the profit there, and then it'll go ahead and then change that number 2 to maybe a number like 9, and then it'll change this one to a number like 4, and then it'll go ahead and log every time it changes the number and the profit. And it's going to find, let's say somehow it finds that 16 and 8 was the best stop loss and take profit area if you wanted to use them. Then it'll go ahead and give you the max profit, net profit amount, and your percentage. It says here it's 88% profitable for that specific stock. All stocks are different. But yeah, this is something that I've been creating lately, and I'm super happy to share it with you guys. And it's going to be on my GitHub repository. So after this video, just look down in the descriptions box below. And if you want to use this automated strategy, I'll go ahead and leave it there for you. And just one more thing to let you know how to use this strategy. So this is very important. Like I mentioned earlier, whenever only these two are available right now, but this one will be available soon. So if you want to use the stop loss, click that, and then click OK, and then click Control Save on your keyboard. This is going to save the exact time frame, and it's going to save that setting that you just clicked. So when you run the bot and you let it do the automated process, it's going to know exactly what settings that were saved, and it will be able to run correctly. And you cannot have them all like clicked at one time. It's either run the stop loss, and if you don't want to run the stop loss, run the take profit by itself. And for the new script, you're just going to make sure that enable both is clicked. So if enable both is clicked, then it'll go ahead and work correctly. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. If you guys have any other questions or recommendations, I'm going to actually be working on this and making a big library. I welcome programmers that know Python to actually contribute to this, because it's going to be a pretty fun project. And as well, I'm going to add some elements like where the computer is going to go ahead and change these numbers, and I'll let the computer change it. Maybe 32 is a better oversold level for the strategy. It shows here that it generates more profit, so maybe that optimization could be something we could work with in the future. I'm pretty sure I can make that. It's not that hard for me. As well, maybe the computer could change these values for the overbought on the RSI, see which one it likes and says that has the highest profit rating. So last thing I want to show you is the actual script. So I kind of made this script a little easy for you guys. And since we're talking about stop losses, I said the min stop loss is 0. So that's the minimum value that Python's can have, and the max is going to be 20. So from 0 to 20 is what it's going to be working with. It's going to increment in 1. That's a whole number, so by 1%, and then it's going to go to 2%, 3%, 4%. But if you wanted to actually do like, let's say 0.1, you know, like maybe you want to move in smaller increments because you're in a time frame like the 5 minute or the 1 minute or the 15 minute, you know, and you want to increment in 0.1, that's very possible. I made it possible for you guys to do that. Just put a dot there exactly how I have it. Or if you want to move in 0.2, or if you want to move in 0.5, that's also possible. I'm going to go ahead and change that to 0.1 for now. So here it just gets the website. It says get URL, which is right here. This URL is actually the URL for your TradingView. So everybody has a specific TradingView URL, and mine happens to be the H5SC URL, and yours might be different. So you're going to want to put your URL in this area, and let me show you where to get it. Going back to the strategy, you just see right on the top, it says right there, it says the exact same URL. Just go ahead and copy that and just paste it right into the script there. So the library that I'm creating, it's got a few functions. Inside the library, the functions will be check, click, find, get, show me, and WebDriver. WebDriver would be the primary one that you want to go ahead and open. So when you're on WebDriver, it's going to ask for your profile directory, and you're going to have to go ahead and put it here. I'll put a link in the description to how to find your profile directory, and then you can just copy and paste it into this area so the bot could work correctly. And then as well, where it says show me, this area is where it actually means print. So like so if you see down here on the results, you see total trades 36, and well, when the script finished running, I actually put show me total trades, and show me means print total trades. And so this part that says show me is actually this location here, and then there's a function in here that says total trades, which is this one. So what that function does, it says total trades equals this element, and then it says print total trades, which is exactly what it says here, and then it shows the element that it gets. So it's 36. So if you want to print certain things, like I have the stop loss, the take profit, the net profit, total trades, percent profitable, profit factor, max drawdown, which is, it all shows really nice and neat like that, and average trade, average bars. This is all good information. You don't have to use the print for all of them. You know, I just have these four. But if you did want like average bars or average trades, you could go ahead and just go to the file and then type here, show me dot average trade. And when you run that script that second time, it's actually going to print your average trades down here on the bottom, which is pretty cool. It makes it easier for a person that's not a programmer. Up here, this is just a simple for loop. It says for number in take profit range, and number is actually for the numbers in take profit range. So you notice that we put 0 here, 20 there. So from 0 to 20, I made a variable, and it says for each number in 0 to 20, count these numbers, you know, and the count is going to equal whatever that is. And this is how the for loop runs. And while it's going through each profit percentage, it's I click here, I say try clicking settings button, and then it goes ahead and it says click settings button, and then here it's going to say click stop loss input. So click stop loss input. So this is how you navigate. So what it's doing is it's clicking the settings button, and then clicking stop loss input. So if we go back to the chart, this is what it's doing. It's clicking this settings button, and then it's clicking here, and then once it clicks here, I tell it to change the number. And how I change it is with this one. So it says my current net profit equals get net value. And what it's getting the number count, which is actually equal to the number 1. So it gets the number 1, and then it inputs the number 1 with this little function here. And then it checks if there's a duplicate on the count. So like let's say if we're on stop loss 15 and it's 393% profit, and stop loss 16 was the exact same number, the computer knows that there's no need to go any farther, because more likely 17 is going to produce the same value, 393.26, and 18 is going to produce the same value. So just to save the computer time, this one is actually gonna, the program is gonna actually stop, and it's gonna say, hey, found duplicate numbers, so here are your results, which saves the computer time and saves you time. But like, I'm also working on other ones, like there's another script that says stop loss random. In this one, what it does, it will actually, the script starts here. So it's going to generate random numbers. So I said random value equals a random number from 0 to 20, and then round that number into like a 0.1 decimal. So a decimal to the 10th. So this variable is going to have a number from 0 to 20. It could be 5, it could be 3, it could be 4. It's going to be different every time the loop goes. So let's say the first time that it loops, it's going to choose the number 10, and then the second time it loops, it's going to choose the number 5, and then it's going to choose the number 2, and then number 20, and so forth. So that's what the stop loss random generator does. It kind of just picks random numbers and random values and inserts them to see if maybe those random values could be something unique for your strategy. So we're going to have that in there as well. And let's go back here and see if I've mentioned everything. So this is the loop, the for loop. It starts there, and it just goes through all the numbers. It starts there, it does this one time, and then it goes to the second percent profit. It does the exact same method one more time, and then it goes to the 3rd%. And every time it's going through percentages, it's actually storing that data. So once it stores all that data, the loop breaks, and it says click the settings button and then find the best key value. So the best key in this case was actually 16. So it finds the number 16, and then it clicks stop loss input and adds 16 onto the script. So this is the last thing it does. It clicks settings button, it gets the number 16, and then it clicks stop loss input, and then it puts the number 16 in there. And then once it does that for you, it'll go ahead and print the results. So it's going to print me total trades, max profit, net profit, and you see it all here: total trades, max take profit, net profit, and so forth. And well, now that I'm here, I just go ahead and put max stop loss. That's actually the correct one, correct function. So instead of max take profit, it's going to name itself stop loss. And so yeah, let me show you some other functions. Like there's the get function, and if you want to get net value, it just gets the number. So that's actually the only one I have right now. But get net value, that function, if you go back to strategy, it's getting this. It's just getting that. So whenever you need to call that function to get this specific thing right here, you could just go ahead and use the get function. We have the click function. So you can click certain things. I'm going to grow this tremendously bigger. Right now you could click strategy tester. You could click the settings button. You could click stop loss input, take profit input. You could click the both inputs to change the values of that. And if you're trying to find something, we're going to have a function area for that too. So right now it just has best key, and that's just finding the best stop loss or the best take profit, so the computer could go ahead and put that into the strategy. The last thing I want to go ahead and go over, well, this automation only works for strategy, for my strategy right now, because my strategy has this, this, and this. Well, pretty much everything from our size oversold level, actually from take profit percentage and up. So my strategy has all this right here. That's the only reason why it works on mine. Your strategies might not have this, but I'm gonna make a file and where you could just copy this information, these inputs and these little values here, checkboxes. I'm gonna go ahead and make a script that you could copy this information and post it into your script. So maybe you have a script that you really like, and you could use my automation in it to find out what is the best stop loss and take profit percentages and stuff like that. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the video. I know this is a very long video, but kind of wanted to show you everything in one clip. You know, hopefully you guys could just go back and review this entire video if it's interesting to you. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. And if you have any questions, or if you have any good information that I might want to add into this script, please let me know in the comments below, and have yourself a good day.